Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. This is your second reading of the day. Now decided to do, I was had the energy, so I did the yearly. The yearly was awesome, actually. It was pretty nice reading overall. I'm going to be doing the week now, the upcoming week, and this is the week right up to Christmas Eve, so the 24th. So starting Monday up to the 24th. After that, I'll be doing the last week of, after this week, of course, I'll be doing the last week, which is Christmas, also New Year's Eve, or almost New Year's Eve, I would think. Let me see here. I'm confusing myself. No, to New Year's Eve, yeah. From the 25th to the 31st. So that will button it up really nice. It ends on Sunday, and then we get to start the new year off. I like the way it kind of just like wrap things up nice and clean for readings for me, which is always nice to have happen. So we are literally doing the last 2 weeks of the year right now. I have a few thoughts. Especially as you guys know, I do readings in advance, so it does feel like the year went by really, really quick this year. I don't know why, but it feels like it just kind of flew right by. Not sure. I guess it's just working at this and everything else, but it's not been bad. It's been good. So we start off with the Tower. Let's see if it's a good or bad Tower for the week. Let's hope it's a good one. I feel that the thoughts that have been coming through with the Tower is more about, like I have the Three of Pentacles, it's like a retrospective of what came in. What came in. What kind of energy came in. You know, like what kind of took me off my feet. Yeah. And what else I need to work on. So I feel that just the fact that all of this came in as I was doing this reading, I feel that we're going into a very retrospective mood. Not for anything bad, but just kind of looking back on what is. Okay, what... looking back through the years of what got left behind, what was torn down, the surprising events, everything that came up, the unexpected, and how everything was kind of shaken in the foundation. I think it's a retrospective of that. And like I said, with the Three, it's like Spirit's bringing that energy in for you to build on the new year that's coming. It's a building year. As I spoke this morning, it's the Strength number 8 is coming in. It's also infinity. It's a very strong number to have. It's the infinity symbol, right? It's about following through. It's about carrying on. It's about continuing on, okay? So I feel there's a lot of great work coming in, but I feel that this week is a little bit about that. Everything you've been through, insight through Spirit, seeing how you've partnered up, how you've reconnected, and where you want to go. Definitely coming in as a thing. I don't know why it's the week before the end of the year, but maybe this is the time to do it, right? To do that. So let's see what the energy is going to be for the year. I will be reusing again this the Guardian Angel messages. I feel like it's a retrospective week. It's like you're retrospecting. It's like let's see what's been happening, what happened, what we've been through, right? So this is going to be your energy for the week. Okay, so it starts off with the Sun. It's very nice. But again, the Sun is clarity and success, but I think it's clarity. I think this is what's coming in. I feel like you're looking for a clear picture of what was into going into what you are right now, into going into your future. I feel it's a look through what's been, what currently is, and where you really want to go, which we do a lot during the end of the year, at the beginning of a new year, right? So it's nothing surprising there. I don't feel anything especially odd about any of that. All right, so we're gonna leave that there. I'm gonna take the Yarn Tarot. This is another beautiful deck. I actually bought it for my grandmother because she was a knitter and a crocheter. The Three of Pentacles is underneath. Okay, so yeah. What's the block? The block is the King of Wands. Okay. It's less of a block. I'm hearing it's more of a, again, figuring out where you're going to take that courage. Because the King of Wands, he's decisive and he's courageous. That's his big thing. That's his claim to fame, right? He's very charismatic. He's very energetic. But he's very much a leader in his own life. And I think you are looking at where the year's going. The Strength card, which already is about, you know, that courage, that trust, that self-assurance. It's deciding where you're going to put your energies in the upcoming year, because I feel that you want to be very specific in where you're going, and I feel that the King of Wands, you know, is a very specific energy, right? He's very self-assured, and maybe it's not like you're indecision, but I feel more that you're in between. You know, you're looking at to make sure you know where you're going. So it's less of a block and more of a pause, if I can say that, right? And yes, I can say that. And I will. I am. All right, so we have our first two cards. Now we're going to look at the Crown and the Ground. Do I pick these? No, I'm going to pick these right here. I so want to use my Christmas deck. You see me going for it, right? This is a magical Nordique tarot. And yes, I'm picking a lot of things that are warm, like yarn and knitting. And I've realized that the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot is very, it has a very, I don't know, it has a feel for this time of the year for me. I like it. That's why I'm using it a lot, because I usually don't. Yeah, see that? The Queen of Swords. Look at the word at the bottom. It's tapping into your power. This is all about preparation for something much bigger. The Queen of Swords, she's also got a lot of strength of character. She's very independent, very clear communicator. And I feel this is it. I feel that you're wanting to communicate clearly the intentions for the upcoming year. You want to have a destination, or at least a clear idea of where you, or how you want that to feel. Because sometimes we can't always know exactly where we're going to end up, but we want to know how we're going to feel. You know, we want that clear indication. I want to feel good in that destination. I want to feel great. I want to feel joy. I want to feel fulfillment. And you want to be clear on that. So I think this may be the disconnect a little bit. You have the power, but the Queen is a lot about thought. And at this point, I'm feeling that maybe even though you may not have a clear, definite like, you know, because the mind is all about the tangible, right? It's like your goal is how this, let's say, setting makes me feel. Okay, this is my goal. This is what I want to bring in for 2024. I want to bring in a feeling of warmth and comfort. And this kind of gives it to me, right? This little image right here. It just gives me that warm feeling inside. And I know I'm going to foster a lot of that. But how else to do it, in other words, is how can I create it day in, day out, and give you specifics on how that's going to happen. I may not be able to, but I know that this is the energy that I'm going to be giving myself to, right? The Queen of Swords is very much about the tangible. How does that look like? What is that? She wants a communication. So you're trying to find the balance between these two. And this week you're going to be questioning yourself. What does that look like? Okay? How can I make that reality? Okay, so you have the Page of Wands as your crown. I feel that the Page of Wands is saying that you're going to have to be a little more, you're going to have to open up to new ideas. You have to open up a little bit more about being impulsive and fearless. Okay? And again, there's a lot of childlike joy. It's a very young energy. So it's asking you to tap into that younger energy. Okay? Not so clear, not so defined. Youth and youth has a lot to do with the unknown. As young people, we sometimes go places where we don't know where we're going to end up or what's going to happen. But we trust in it, right? We're going, this might be fun. So I think it's asking you to tap in more about that, okay? As the week wears on. Please think more of how you can make that feel rather than having definite proportions of sizes and everything, right? This is very interesting the way this is coming in. Okay. So we're going to do the before and after. I am going to take the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards. Oh, my Santa's getting, my mom's Santa is getting all wrinkled. Okay, so before his journey by moonlight, believe in magic. I love this. I love this because I feel that that's what it's telling you. It's telling you that, like, what you've been doing so far is the journey by moonlight card. It makes me think of the moon card. The moon card, of course, is, I've repeated this a million times now, but I'll do it again. It's that the moon, well, it reflects the sun, right? It's not really its own light, but it's still shining a light on something. It's still showing you the way, okay? On a very dark night, when the moon comes out, it helps you see a lot more than when you were in the dark. So it does have wisdom. It does have insight. And I feel that that's what we've been doing through the year. As the new year comes around, you may want definite things, you know, definite sun. See? This is what you're aiming for. You're aiming so that you go from the moonlight to the sunlight, which is the difference between day and night, of course, right? So, yeah, give it time, okay, for things to manifest clearly, I would say. Okay, this is the before. You went from there, and now you're moving into that. And I'm not saying that you're not going to be clear. I think you will be, but I think it's probably not going to show up the way you think it might. Okay? And coming up, narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully. Thoughtfully. This is what I'm saying with the mind. Okay? Thread thoughtfully. Don't rush it. That's what it's exactly what that feels like. It's exactly what it's saying. Don't push it. Okay? Go with the flow. You may want to try and get to it, because when we get to an ending or an end of year, we just want to, let's do it, let's go, let's do it, let's do it. And then things happen and it doesn't go, right? It's still, the planet doesn't care if it's December and, January heralds a new year. And that you have things to do and places to go and people to see, right? It's just another period of time for them, right? So just take your time. The Knight of Pentacles is saying, take your time. Okay, so how others see you and how you see yourself. I'm going to pull cards for that. And I'm finally taking my Yuletide. Am I? I'm going to take, I'll take this one. You're saying it doesn't matter. Okay. It doesn't matter. Okay, how others see you. Oh, there's some hesitations there. The Six of Candles. A brilliant success. They absolutely see you as somebody who is very victorious. Somebody that they can look up to. Somebody, a trusted role model. Okay, recognize role model. They see you as having been successful in the things that you have taken upon yourself to do, endeavors, even though you may have not reached your destination or the exact goal, they see you working at it, okay? And that's what they're seeing. They're saying this person is moving. This person will get to destination. They can't do anything but. And that's what I feel, okay? So this is also the card of like avoiding conceit, because that can be a little bit of a, because when you're put on a pedestal, right, it's easy to go, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Just be careful of that. I always say that one because it's, this is part of the way. It's not your final destination. But you're definitely revered. I mean, this is Santa in a sleigh, okay? So it's like, you're all that in a bag of chips. And that's what they feel like when they look at you. She or he is all that in a bag of shit. Of chips. Okay. And how you see yourself as a Nine of Gift. Truly blessed. And that's probably how these two are coming in together. Okay. They're seeing you as a success because you're sitting in your blessings. You're sitting in happiness. You're sitting in abundance. The Nine of Gifts is the Nine of Pentacles. They're seeing the hard work. You're earning the rewards from all the work you've done in the last year, maybe a couple of years, depending on your story. They're seeing you come into, like, I always call it the congratulations card. Congratulations, you've done good work. And I do feel that you have, and I feel that you might feel that way. This might be why this part, you're trying to make it go now. It's like, all right, let's go to the next step. Let's do some, give me something more tangible. And it's all tangible, though. It's all important. All right. So, now, finishing off. So, hopes and fears and outcome. Let's see. Let's see our hopes and fears here, Pisces. Hopes and fears. The 2 came out. Let's see. You have the 6 of Earth, balance, and the Queen of Air. There she is again. Okay. So, brilliant, experience, humorous, and then the 6 of Earth, charity, generosity, windfall. As soon as these came in, is like you're hoping that this insight through the brain is going to finally like pay off, you know, like bring in dividends, bring in concrete, materialistic, like that you're taking in the information is going to give back to you, okay? So it's going to balance you somehow. That's the way. But the 6 of Earth, I always feel like it's more about a personal balance. It has less to do with money and more to do about feeling that level of being perfectly balanced within the self. I feel that it's very close to the authentic self. Finding that right mixture that makes you happy and makes you feel fulfilled at the same time and challenges you day in, day out. So I feel that's what you're bringing in. You're hoping that, you know, with a little more insight, mind-wise, that it's going to help you make things, you know, crystal clear. Okay? Goal, or whatever you want to call it, is what I'm hearing. Goal. Gold and goal. Okay? G-O-A-L and G-O-L-D maybe. And the outcome is, yeah, I love this. This is kind of funny. It's so funny because this feels like an end of year reading. It's like the last week of the year, right? But it isn't. It's the week before. Very strange. This is accomplishment, celebration, and completion. So ultimately, Pisces, you do know that you're heading towards a culmination of sorts, right? A completion. An ending of something, a beginning of something new. You're understanding that there's a current phase coming to a close. And that what's coming on, you're moving into something new, which is like the year of strength. And as I've said before, this isn't your personal number, it's the yearly number. It's based on 2024. You calculate it, 2, 2, and 4 is 8. So you have wonderful thing coming in, okay? Some of you are getting very, very powerful in this upcoming year. Some of you are going to really tap into something good. Your self-assurance is going to go like through the roof. Your drive is going to go through the roof. You're going to be tapping into stuff and balancing things out. You're going to be increasing your personal power. And I feel this is just a nudge in that direction right now. You're really going for it. And you're going with it with vigor, okay? A lot of vigor within yourself to do it. The thing is that you can't force it, okay? That's what I'm really feeling here is don't try to force it. Don't try to force it to make sense, first of all. You're working with a blueprint within you that doesn't come from logic. A lot of it does make sense, but it doesn't necessarily come from a mind space. It comes from a source, spiritual, soul space. So sometimes it'll make perfect sense to you, and you can put 2 and 2, and it makes 4, and 2 and 2 and 4. See what I did there? But sometimes it won't. Sometimes you're just going to have to follow what is. I do feel that the 3 cards at the beginning for the introspection for the year is really good idea. I now understand the 3 of Pentacles because this explains to me that you're trying to... The 3 of Pentacles for me is tapping into your spirit guides. So that means tapping into spirituality, to the partnership with them, when you're trying to tap into your mind space. So I see that's the only problem this right now. Things are going good. You're seeing progress, so you want to tap into something that's going to, explain it all. Make it all make sense and, say, okay, I looked at it and it all fits in perfectly. You might not have that quite right away. I feel, though, that for a lot of us, it's going to come to us as we go. It's going to be clearer and clearer as we walk along the path. It's just that we can't have a game plan that's already an organized game plan as to what that's going to look like. Anyway, so that's it for today. I'm going to write all of this information down while I'm remembering it. And we're going to start doing the readings for the week for these. So join me. Monday to Saturday, I'm unpacking all of this reading. And thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you a lot of love, light, and blessings. Take good care of yourself, Pisces. Bye for now.